This presentation explains the intent and purpose of Core Requirement 8, Focus Materials. Focus materials are those materials contained in electronic equipment that require special care and handling because of the risk that they pose to both human health and safety and the environment. Focus materials include circuit boards, mercury, batteries, CRT glass, and polychlorinated biphenyls, which are typically found in older industrial equipment. As a side note, in the R2 standard, the term PCBs does not refer to printed circuit boards. It always refers only to polychlorinated biphenyls. In addition to these specific materials, any untested or non-working equipment or components that contain focus materials must also be treated and managed as a focus material. Focus materials contain many different toxic materials, such as lead, cadmium, mercury, and other heavy metals. Exposure to these substances are responsible for higher rates of cancer, birth defects, respiratory problems, kidney problems, damage to the nervous system, lead poisoning, and other serious health issues. When not processed correctly, these hazardous materials contaminate the air, groundwater, and soil, and have caused significant harm to the health and safety of entire communities. Core 8 includes requirements for special handling of focus materials and untested or non-working equipment containing focus materials. These requirements apply not only to the R2 facility, but to all downstream vendors in the recycling chain. The intent is that all electronic equipment, components, and materials will be safely and responsibly managed from the moment it enters the control of an R2 facility and will continue to be managed in a way that meets R2 requirements all the way through final processing. Planning and transparency is an important part of the process. Core 8 requires that facilities develop a focus materials management plan that identifies the different types of focus materials received or controlled by the R2 facility and the methods that will be used to process each focus material. Not every facility is equipped to process focus materials. Facilities without the necessary expertise will need to send focus materials to qualified downstream vendors for safe processing. The processing methods used by downstream vendors must also be included in the Focus Materials Management Plan. And each of the downstream vendors used must be identified in a detailed flowchart of the downstream recycling chain. To summarize Core Requirement 8, all focus materials must be safely processed according to R2 requirements by the R2 certified facility and by any other downstream vendors in the recycling chain. For more information about the R2 v3 standard, visit the R2 Knowledge Base on the SERI website.